Now more than ever, with Netflix glaring back at us through our screens, Uber Eats on speed dial, and the days and months of the quarantine blending together like a chameleon on camouflage, it's difficult to get a good routine established each week. In this video, I'm going to tell you about 3 simple yet very powerful things you can do every single Sunday to make sure that you have a productive week and get all of the things done that you need to get done. At the end of the video, I'll let you know where you can download the Sacred Sunday template so that you can use this strategy for yourself. My name is Jordan Carroll, and I make videos about finding remote work as well as optimizing your remote lifestyle so you can be the most productive version of yourself as you can be, even when you're isolated, like so many of us are right now. I've tried all sorts of productivity hacks, internet advice, courses, and I think I finally stumbled upon something that has really helped me take my productivity to the next level, and I'm really excited to share the process and strategy with you today. Aside from the template that I will be leaving you at the end of this video to use for yourself, I also recommend picking up a notebook for this to work effectively. Now, I use the 5-Minute Journal and the Productivity Planner. They're both by a company called Intelligent Change. I'll leave links for those below, but you can use any notebook that you'd like. So without further ado, let's get into the Sacred Sunday process, and I will break down for you the 3 different parts that you will be using. Number 1 is reflection. So the reflection portion of this process is really meant to ask some questions that help you evaluate how you did in the week prior. There's 5 different questions that will be on the template that you can answer, and I'll just run through those real quick. Number 1, what accomplishments are you proud to celebrate this week? And that can be big things, it can be little things. And one of the biggest, most important parts of these accomplishments is to build momentum. Number 2, what didn't go to plan and how can I improve? Taking a look at how you can make yourself even better is really important, and also taking a lesson from something that you did that you would have done differently had you had the chance is important in becoming a better, more productive person as well. Number 3, are there any challenges that I don't know how to resolve and who can help me with them? It's really important that if you don't know the next step to a particular issue, a challenge, a problem that you have, that you seek assistance. So identifying someone who can help you move that forward is a really important part of this process. Number 4, how are these actions aligned to my bigger picture? And if not, what do I need to change? Sometimes it can really help to just step back and look at things from a 10,000-foot view as opposed to always being in the weeds taking action. And by taking that step back, you can start to realign yourself to the bigger vision and the bigger goals that are important in your life. Number 5, who and what am I grateful for this week? It's an extremely valuable practice to identify those people in your life, those things in your life that you're really grateful for, because even when you face challenges that seem insurmountable, when you can step back and look at what you do have and be grateful for those things, it makes those challenges seem a lot more achievable. The second part of the Sacred Sundays process is called progression. So we've done reflection, we've looked at how our last week went, we've evaluated our success, and now we're looking forward to this upcoming week. And we look forward to the upcoming week and we ask ourselves, what are the 5 tasks that if I were to do these tasks, I would feel successful, I would feel fulfilled, and I would get closer to the goals and the vision that I have for my life. So here are some things that you should consider when you're picking those 5 tasks, because it's really important that you pick the right types of tasks to move the ball forward. The first thing to do is think about what are the biggest dominoes. And when I say the biggest dominoes, the things that if you were to complete them would make other tasks either irrelevant or easier to do. Another guideline around how to choose these tasks is to think about what kind of tasks would take about 2 to 4 hours or about a half day of deep work for you to complete. These are not habits or things that you'd already do every day. These are tasks that get you closer to very specific goals or things that you're trying to accomplish. One of the things I'd recommend is that look at the task itself and see if it can be broken down into subtasks. And oftentimes we think about an end result or a goal, but there's a lot more things that need to happen in between. So try to think of those subtasks, and those are the actual next steps that need to be done. And those are the kind of things that you want to plan out for your week. The last tip here is to do these in the mornings. So the 5 commitments that you have each week should be done early morning, first thing, and you should have no other distractions. And make sure that you're also keeping status updates and progress in your journal. You're writing down your wins as you go, because it can be a lot more difficult if you get to the end of the week and you have not kept track of the things that you're doing in your journal to really try to remember what it is that you did. The third part of the Sacred Sunday process is accountability. Now, I know, at least for me, when I try to keep promises to myself, I have a really difficult time. But whenever I have any sort of external motivation or external accountability, that's when I find it a lot easier to motivate myself. And the moment that I've promised something to someone else, I feel totally different. So keeping some accountability around all this is going to be key. Earlier in this year, we were meeting up in person. There was a group of about 4 or 5 of us that would meet every week on Sundays to discuss this. We would all fill out our reflection documents beforehand, so we'd have an idea of what other people were going through. And then we'd all have about 15 minutes to talk about our section or ask for help or different questions within the group. And now, since COVID has happened, it's forced a lot of this type of communication to go digital. So what I would recommend is that you either have a standing Zoom meeting on Sundays, or you have a text group, or you just have a circle of people that you trust and are going to be as committed to this as you, and keep it as a group that is motivated to help each other. One of the things that's tough is that if you have someone in the group that's not showing up consistently, that's not filling out the document, that is making excuses for themselves, that is going to bring down the entire group. So you really have to be careful of who it is that you choose to be in a group like this. And if you're the leader of this, make sure that you set those expectations up front of what this is and how other people can be of value to the group. There's a lot of different ways to be productive, to organize your week. And I think what it really comes down to is what's going to work for you. And after trying many different techniques and methods, this has been something that I've actually been able to do consistently for over 6 months. And for me, that's an accomplishment. And I'd love to hear what you think. So I'm going to leave the template to the Sacred Sundays questions and the process below. So feel free to take a look at that and leave a comment as well on, what are some things that you do to organize your week to make it the most productive week ever. I'd love to hear from you. Make sure that you share this video with anybody that you think will get massive value out of it. And if this helped you at all, if this provided value to you, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. And until next time, keep wandering, you're not lost.